The grand hall of Aldoria buzzed with excitement. Garlands of vibrant flowers adorned every pillar. Laughter echoed amidst the melodies of lutes and harps. It was a day of celebration, a day for the uniting of two kingdoms. Yet, beneath the veneer of joy, a venomous plot brewed. King Aldric, young and charismatic, beamed as he took Princess Lysara's hand. Her beauty was legendary, her sapphire eyes sparkling with an almost unnatural light. To the kingdom, they were the epitome of love and hope. But Lysara harbored a secret, a venomous oath whispered to her by her father, King Darius, the cunning ruler of a neighboring land. The wedding was a charade, a calculated move in Darius's grand plan. He sought to control Aldoria's riches, its vast armies, and its strategic location. And Lysara, his devoted daughter, was the key. Her heart, hardened by duty and ambition, held no space for Aldric. Her love for her father outweighed any loyalty she might have felt. As the crowd erupted in cheers, toasting the royal couple, Lysara allowed herself a small, triumphant smile. The trap was sprung. Aldoria was theirs for the taking. Months turned into a year. The kingdom rejoiced at the birth of Prince Kael, a babe with his father's eyes and his mother's fiery spirit. Aldric doted on his son, seeing in him the future of Aldoria. He remained oblivious to the serpent coiled tightly around his heart, slowly squeezing the life out of his kingdom. For Lysara's plan was unfolding flawlessly. With a whisper here, a carefully placed rumor there, she began to sow seeds of discord among Aldric's trusted advisors. She exploited their weaknesses, turning their loyalty into suspicion and greed. The kingdom, once prosperous and united, slowly began to unravel. The night was thick with the scent of jasmine and impending doom. Aldric, unaware of the danger lurking in the shadows, lay asleep in his chambers. He had dismissed his guards, seeking solace in the quiet of the night. It was a fatal mistake. Lysara entered silently, a single tear tracing a path down her cheek. In her hand, she clutched a dagger, its blade glinting ominously in the moonlight. It was a blade gifted by her father, forged specifically for this purpose. The oath she had sworn echoed in her ears, a chilling reminder of her duty. Aldric stirred, his eyes meeting hers for a fleeting moment. A look of confusion, then betrayal, washed over his face. He reached out as if to stop her, to reason with the woman he loved. But it was too late. Lysara plunged the dagger deep into his heart, a choked sob escaping her lips. Aldric's eyes widened in shock and pain before the light in them faded forever. The king was dead, his reign cut tragically short by the woman he had sworn to love and cherish. Kael grew up in the shadow of his father's death, a tragedy shrouded in mystery. Lysara, now Queen Regent, ruled with an iron fist, her heart hardened by grief and guilt. She showered Kael with affection, yet kept him at arm's length, haunted by the fear of her terrible secret being discovered. But the dead, it seemed, had a way of making their presence known. Kael was plagued by vivid nightmares, visions of that fateful night. A shadowy figure, his face obscured, writhed in pain, a woman's tearful whisper echoing through the darkness. These chilling dreams left him with a heart full of questions, a thirst for the truth that Lysara seemed determined to keep hidden. Section 5. The Prince in Exile. Kael's relentless pursuit of the truth about his father's death did not go unnoticed. Lysara, fearful of her secret being revealed, decided to send him away. Under the pretense of honing his skills as a future king, she sent Kael to live with her brother, Lord Aaron, in a remote province of the kingdom. However, Lysara gravely underestimated her son. Exile only strengthened Kael's resolve. Away from the suffocating control of his mother, he flourished. He trained with seasoned warriors, learning the art of combat and strategy. He befriended the common folk, listening to their tales of hardship and injustice under Lysara's rule. Section 6. The Dragon Unchained. One night, amidst the flickering flames of a campfire, an old soldier who had served under King Aldric revealed the truth to Kael. The soldier spoke of whispers he had overheard, of a plot hatched in the shadows, of a queen's betrayal. The pieces of the puzzle finally fell into place. Kael's nightmares, his mother's guarded behavior, the rumors of discontent throughout the kingdom, it all made sense now. Rage, fierce and all-consuming, coursed through his veins. The boy prince died that night, consumed by the flames of vengeance. In his place rose a man, forged in the fires of betrayal, his heart set on reclaiming his birthright and avenging his father's murder. The dragon within him, dormant for so long, had finally been unleashed. Section 7. Blood on the Fields of Justice. Word of Kael's rebellion spread like wildfire across the kingdom. Men, tired of Lysara's oppressive rule and fueled by the memory of their beloved king, flocked to his banner. Soon Kael found himself leading a formidable army, their swords thirsting for justice. The final battle took place on the very fields where Kael had played as a child, now stained crimson with the blood of fallen warriors. The clash of steel against steel echoed across the land, a symphony of death and defiance. Kael, a whirlwind of fury and grief, fought his way towards the heart of the enemy lines, his eyes fixed on the one person he held responsible for his shattered life. Section 8. The Blood Crown. He found Lysara atop a hill overlooking the carnage. Gone was the beautiful queen, the grieving mother. In her place stood a woman hardened by years of guilt and deceit, her face etched with the fear she had so desperately tried to hide. Their swords clashed in a deadly dance, a silent conversation of rage and sorrow. Kael fought with the fury of a man possessed, his every strike fueled by years of pain and betrayal. Lysara, weary and heartbroken, offered little resistance. In the end, as Kael's sword found its mark, a single tear escaped her eye, a tear of regret for a love that had been twisted and poisoned by ambition. With Lysara's reign of terror at an end, King Darius's forces crumbled. The old king, his grand scheme in ruins, was captured and imprisoned. The crown, heavy with the weight of his father's sacrifice and the blood of countless innocents, was placed upon Kael's brow. He was king now, ruler of a kingdom scarred by war and betrayal. Section 9. Ashes of Victory. Victory, however, tasted like ash in Kael's mouth. The throne, once an object of desire, now felt like a prison. The ghost of his father, finally at peace, haunted his dreams no more. Yet, the image of his mother's tearful face, the echo of steel-piercing flesh, refused to leave him. The kingdom was his, but at what cost? He had won, but his victory felt hollow, a Pyrrhic triumph achieved through bloodshed and betrayal. As he sat upon his throne, the weight of his crown heavy upon his head, Kael made a silent vow. He would rule with wisdom and compassion, striving to heal the wounds of the past and forge a brighter future for his people. He would be a different kind of king, a king who had seen the true cost of ambition and the devastating consequences of unchecked power. A king determined to break the cycle of violence and usher in an era of peace. For only then, perhaps, could he find some measure of solace amidst the ashes of his victory.